Welcome to our channel Phytologist Voice. Today's topic is pollination. Pollination is the act of transferring pollen grain from the male anther of a flower to the female stigma. The goal of every living organism, including plant, is to create for the next generation. One of the ways that plant can produce offspring is by making seed. Seed can only be produced when pollen is transferred between flowers of the same species. There are two types of pollination. First one is self-pollination and second cross-pollination. Self-pollination occurs when pollen grains fall directly from anther to the stigma of the flower. This process is quite simple and fast, which lead to reproduce in genetics diversity. Cross-pollination. When pollination occurs between two different plants of same species is called cross-pollination. Pollen grain can't reach from the anther to the ovule independently, so pollination depends on external factors like insects or wind. Insects and wind act in pollination process. The flower in which pollination is done by insects are called insect-pollinated flower. It is also called entomophily. Whereas in the flower in which pollination is done by wind are called vine-pollinated flowers. In insect-pollinated flower, insect attract toward flower due to its bright color petals, strong scent, and nectar. Nectar produce nectar, a sugary substance that insects feed on. So when insects eat on a flower, pollen grain stick to their body, and then when this insects eat on other flower, pollen lands on the stigma of that flower. Then sexual reproduction in flower occur. In sexual reproduction, male gametes in pollen grain fuse with female gametes in ovules. Now we discuss vine pollination. There is some difference between insect and vine pollinated flower. You should see it first. Vine pollination is a form of pollination where pollens are distributed by wind. This is called anemophily. Mostly our crops plants are vine pollinated. These include wheat, rice, corn, and oats, etc. In insect-pollinated flower, pollen grains are large and sticky, whereas vine-pollinated flower has small and lightweight pollen grains. As the sperm and egg cell of flower share some genetic information, this method leads to an increase in genetics diversity as different flowers will share and combine their genetics information to create unique offspring. Artificial pollination is done by human being. In this type of pollination, we use a mechanical method by which we carry pollen or plant sperm from one flower to another flower. This enables the pollen to fertilize the ovaries and create seeds into fruits and new plants. This is a short explanation of pollination. Please like our video and subscribe our channel for more informative video. Thank you.